Hello friends, today I am explain horror movie name, Siccin Part 3. I hope you like it. Let's go now. Without further delay. So the story begins and I am shown a woman who was just sleeping in her house, then she feels something and she then goes to the room above or somewhere all the people were sitting there. It seems like Indian demons there. Now the scene shifts from here, then we are shown a man whose name is Abi who was writing a story of an accident that happened to him 7 years ago, like it was not able to be called till today. Tell me, he had a sister Kadir and he also had a best friend Oren who was his friend since childhood. Now going ahead, his sister Kadir and Oren fall in love and get married. Adam, the scene shifts and we are shown a factory which he owned and there was a fire in a place. Then we see that Oren had scolded one of his workers Hillel because he was running away because of his smoking. Quran says, I told you many times smoking is not allowed here, but you did not agree. That is why they used to fire him again. Now he says don't do that. He has taken a loan from the bank, but he does not accept the loan and kicks her out. Kushi day and night. That night he went home and was lying with his wife Kadir talking about love. The next day, we see that the worker Bilal gets drunk, and after that, the wife of this burger goes crazy and she is not his car. No one was believing in him. So, she sells Kadir a drink at that time that the pain I am feeling will be the same pain that you will feel. Meanwhile, we see that Syed Kadir was taking him somewhere in the car. Syed's son was also sitting behind. Now, what happened? Sahanat's wife had passed away a long time ago. And then, what happened to his son? She goes to the back seat and sits down. At the time of NOC, he calls Kadir on health and he changes the news about this worker. Now, he drives the car to go back, but then a truck was also coming from there and he blows them up. Now, we are shown from here. It is outside this accident that a few days have passed. The son of Sirat, whose feet were badly damaged, could not walk anymore. He was sitting in the front of the car, so he was not hurt much. But the surprising thing was that Kadir was sitting in the back, but even after that, she did not come out even once and was lying there with her eyes closed. The one who was in a daze was sitting in front of him, crying. Now, Kadir was not hurt at all, but even after that, he was angry with his friend for the accident and he was not doing it after that. Then Sadat, who was there, goes to visit his wife's grave at night and apologizes to her for not keeping the oath he had taken to keep his child from the sun. We see that Kadir's eyes open and we find out that after the accident, his organs etc. have also been damaged a little and now he is not the same as before. His behavior was also quite different and yes, he was also very angry with the light. The problem was happening and Syed was doing his thing, so he looked in the room, all the stuff was spread out and a strange pattern was made on the ground. But his mother came from behind and turned on the light, everything clearly disappears. We take the other side, as if the killer suddenly feels something and gets up and goes to the room below. And Din, she starts banging the door of this room like a madman. In the future, we are also shown some strange Syed relations, in which Kadir was also in a demon form. He was not able to find him there, and he stops him and takes him away. But here we must have understood that there must be something inside this room. Now, after telling his wife again, he was sitting in a room and chanting this magic spell. And Din, he woke up in his house one night, he was surrounded by the first antar like Lakshmi. We are shown a place where Yudin's parents lived in Akali. His father was making breakfast and his mother was sitting in the room. She was looking at the photos of Oren and Kadir in front. Then she hears some of their voices. From where she was saying, save your child from Kadir, that girl will kill your child. Now, hearing this, his mother comes out. Then, she grabs him and stops him. She also tells him that our child is in danger, but she felt that he was important. Then he takes him inside. On the other hand, Kadir, I see him again in his own form, in a demon form. Like a madman, she starts dropping everything in the room. There, she grabs his hand and takes him under control. Now, where was she sitting with the wedding photo of the two of them, which also had her parents in it? Now, I also find out that Oren's father was against the marriage and that is why he doesn't talk to him much. Something is felt and whose Punjab is it? His mother and he himself were standing outside. He covers it when he goes and it is surprising that he is not afraid at all even after watching this lesson, and that is why I think that something must be wrong. Aburan goes down and starts digging in his field in the dark. There he had slaughtered a black goat. We cast a spell on it and now we are shown that there is a goat, Sayyidat, on the way, and after that, he reaches to talk to him but he is still angry with him, and that is why he also gives him a warning. This is the matter of today, never go near me and my family. He goes inside and tells his wife that you should go to India. On the other hand, we see that Sirat does not have any dream that would leave him. Sometimes the next day we see that Barkadar finds some very strange things from the spell at home. Now here we are shown Siddhart, who is taking his child. While he was teaching, sometimes the doorbell of his house rings, his face goes out to see, but the mother is not there. Now when he comes back to the room, his fear increases because his child has stood on its feet and he has also made a scary drawing of a girl on the wall in front. When we see that or was performing a magic trick on the photo of his female friend, after that he takes the photo and goes to her house and hides it behind one of the things in their house. Now here we see that Kadir and An were sleeping at night. Sometimes Gaidar's eyes open and she gets up and goes to sleep. An also goes with her and then he takes her with him to the outside, where they often used to sit. Now this scene is quite dangerous, so I will not be able to show you, but I will tell you that there were some bodies there in white clothes and Oren removes the clothes from one of the bodies, which was a very scary woman, and seeing her, she gets so scared that she comes out of her dream. Here we see that while working in the factory, Sihat talks to one of his buddies. Jeet tells him that strange things have been happening to him for the past few days. He becomes his friend. Something similar had happened to him before. His friend knew about Baba. Maybe he could have helped him in this matter. Now, after that, we see that he is over. He is surprised to see that his wife Kadir was standing there all of a sudden, ready to dance. It seemed as if his ex-wife Kadir had returned. He comes to Baba from the other side for help. Edo says, "Tell me why you have come here. The shadow of the jinn above you trapped your son because he is the weakest link. Actually, the jinn is doing this to you so that you can reach me. He wants to get some work done through me. Now, what work do I have to do with you, or what does he want to do with you? I will have to apologize to my friend, who is his expert. So, my friend, tomorrow, I will explain to you. How can we get rid of him?" On the other hand, we see that at night, the mother of the deceased sleeps a lot and finds the photo that Heron had put behind the glass. She takes it and cuts it off from the prisoner and flushes it. She goes to the room and starts crying. The next day, we see that this Oren who was there, he asked Sadat to talk to him himself and he seemed quite happy. He made love with the police wife Kata last night and yes, she is becoming the same as before. He also invited her to his house for dinner tonight. And his boy goes and there was a woman sitting there with Baba and she will do a 9-disc. So this was the same woman who was shown in the billing scene in the movie, and she had told Baba first that Sadat and her child would come to meet him, so Baba knew everything in advance, that is, whatever events happened with him had happened the night before, but we had shown it earlier in the movie. Now what is it that this woman has been given some supernatural powers, like she can communicate with the genie? Now that woman says in some scenes that she talks to the genie through the son of Indian Sadat, religion. After that, both she and Babel understand what the meter is. Now Baba clearly tells him that I have to go today. You will see a similar amulet by making an advance from my friend Oram. If anything happens, I will destroy it. He also tells Babu that you don't need to go yet. You will get a message in the night. After that, you go to his house. That's how we see it. That night, Rant's mother gets angry and goes out and kills her birds there. After that, she picks up a big stone and hits her husband with it. And after all this, Puran gets a call from her mother in her dream, who is telling her that those people took her father and now they will take me too. Now, in order to save her parents, she tells Sadat's mother, who was on the other side, to go and save Kadir. Now, after hearing this, she gets excited that Kadir is right for a moment, so why do you have to save him? But then she remembers Baba's words that he had said that you will get the message. So, he leaves at midnight and goes to her house. On the other side, Karan goes to her parents' house and looks. Her parents were dead there. On the other side, Syed had reached her house. Then, inside, Kadir was standing in front of her eyes. But she doesn't know why she was not even in good health. Rotiz goes to the same room that Kadri was spitting on earlier. He opens the door, and as soon as he opens it, he notices a very foul smell. Then he goes inside and sees that there are many magical items kept there, and a body was also kept there. He went there and took the cloth from it. He is surprised to see it because it was actually the body of the invitation. And if it is Kadri's body, then who is the one standing behind? Then he finds the amulet that Baba had told him and destroys it by throwing it in the fire in front of him. Now, as soon as it burns, Quaid-e-Azam comes and grabs the wallet and takes it away from there. She goes. The truth is told. He comes and says, "Say, what did you do?" and starts crying. Now, he is getting tired of all the secrets. Now, what happened? Kadri actually died in that accident and was buried. But he is not accepting all this. That's why he takes out her body again and keeps dealing with the jinn by casting magic spells and returning her to the same Kadir. At any cost, he returns her to her Kadir in the form of a jinn. But the one who gave her half was actually the daughter of the demon. Then you must have noticed why owner doesn't let her go out of the house, and she also had trouble with light, and the one who is in demon form could see her own form. In fact, she was the real form of the jinn. If this Kadir jinn also falls in love with Anar, but the jinn's parents want their daughter back, he had also made a wand on Kinner, but he doesn't agree. On the contrary, he tried to save her by making Laxman see him, etc. And he also did magic on the photo of his parents so that they could save him from the engine. But it was of no use. In the process of bringing back one soul, Honor sacrificed 2 more souls. Now later we are also shown that owner, had also taken the life of a dog, which was not due to Kadir. He could not live. Sadat's life is also shown. He is quite happy now, and his son has also started walking home. So, we learn from this movie that once he is gone, one should never dare to bring him back, otherwise whatever is left of you will be taken away from you. And that's how the movie ends. So, how did you like this part?